Hi y'all, Jupiter James here. Welcome back to my channel. This is my channel where I awaken the astrologer within you. You know, I really do feel that before a time of technology and YouTube and TikTok and BlickBlock, we entertained ourselves with the language of the stars, and it was with that language that we were better able to understand ourselves and our birth charts and exactly what the universe wanted from us. And so I'm just here behind this camera to remind you of the innate knowledge that you already know and the gift that you already have. That way you are able to interpret your family's charts and your friends' charts, and most importantly your chart. That way we all get to our dreams further and faster. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're going to get into Pluto in the 8th house. And now this is a very intense and deep placement, and it gives me very much vibes of someone who is meant to be a curse breaker for their family, and someone who has great magic and great foresight and insight into the underworkings and the undercurrents of this world and people. This could also breed people who attract very deep relationships, who bring out the power struggles within people. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way we can do more with the individual aspects on their own than we could together. That way when we see these things play out in the world and within our family and friends, we are better able to recognize them and do more with them. That way we're able to go, okay, that's Pluto energy playing out. All right, that's 8th house energy playing out. And then that way we can do more with that information, right? Okay, so whenever I see Pluto in the birth chart, Pluto in the birth chart is going to indicate for me what this person obsesses over, where this person exudes a great power, influence in their life, and it's going to be where this person finds power struggles, where this person could have people obsess over them and where they could obsess over it, wherever that Pluto is sitting in and pointing at in the birth chart. It also indicates for me a great transformational period within someone's life, whether it be in the birth chart or by transit, you know. But yeah, this is a very deep, dark, and intense, mysterious planet, and this planet usually rules Scorpio, okay? Now, with the 8th house is also just as intense as Pluto, and that is because Pluto rules the 8th house. Pluto rules the 8th house, and so does Mars. And so when you mix Pluto and Mars, Martian energy, this is going to be themes of someone, it's all about the, I like to say that the 8th house is all about the things that we don't like to talk about at dinner and things with our parents. We don't talk about sex with our parents. We don't talk about death at the dinner table. We don't talk about money. We don't talk about taxes. We don't talk about our in-laws. We don't talk about taboo topics. We don't talk about magic and occult knowledge with our parents or at the dinner table. You're not just gonna bring up, hey, so mom, ever get into the Illuminati and things like that? You're gonna be like, you see what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, that is what the 8th house is. It's the undercurrent energies of the world. It's that deep, dark, secret part that we all feel and that we know, but that we just avoid. You know, we don't really talk about it. We don't talk about taxes. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about magic. We don't talk about the intense traumas. We just keep things light, right? But this is what that house is. And so what happens when we take Pluto and we throw it into the 8th house? What happens? So with Pluto in the 8th house, this is going to give me someone who is attracted and very attracted and has an affinity towards the dark side of life. And when I say dark side, I don't mean evil. I mean that they are attracted to the mysteries of life. They're attracted to what is going on below the surface. And this could mean that people, because these people are able to see the undercurrents of the world and they can see into the people's motivations, no matter how good someone looks on the outside or no matter what people may present, they are able to key into exactly the motivations and the intentions and the energy of their opponents. And for them, everyone is an opponent until proven otherwise. Everyone has ulterior motive until proven otherwise, and this is because these people can see into the motivations of people. You know, they can see into why someone is doing what they're doing, and they can't turn it off. This is something that they can't turn off, and this leads into the territory of them being very psychic. And if they use this gift, that they have been given for good, they could be people who are able to transform people for the better. They can be very healing people, or people who are able to usher people into the next chapter of their lives as far as educating others on what they can do to better themselves, because you know exactly what people need. Even though you know what people want, you also know what people need in order to fix them, or in order to help them solve an issue within their own mind, you know? And you, although you may attract very intense partnerships who want to control you and who want to dominate you, it's like you're split in half, because although you want that deep, intense relationship where someone sees the core of you, where someone sees the soul of you, where someone is able to unlock you and not be fake with you and not be, you know, dilly-dally with you, you also avoid it at the same time. It's like you're attracted to it and you're scared of it at the same time. You are attracted to the things that you are scared of, and you are also able to look danger in the face and say, I see you, I know what you're doing, and I'm not afraid of you, and I'm willing to uncover you and look at you, and I'm willing to name the snake in the grass, you know, by its first name, and be like, this is what this is, and I don't care what doesn't like it or who doesn't like it. And you better believe that with that energy, it's gonna attract people who may feel uncomfortable around you, who may feel jealous of you because they see a sense of power within you. It's gonna turn people who are narcissists that may be around you, they're gonna sense that you are not someone to be trifled with. Now, when you're younger, you are going to be a narcissist's wet dream, because you're going to be very empathic. You know, you're going to be someone that people see that you're not. Listen, a narcissist loves nothing more than someone who has power but doesn't know it. Okay? And that may have been you when you were younger. That may have been you when your parents or your friends or people on the playground or your relationships that you got into, you attracted these very intense, traumatic partners who wanted to siphon the power that you had and the healing abilities that you had for themselves. And they would tell you that, oh, you're nothing. Oh, you aren't as powerful or as great or as special as you think you are, like, or would treat you that way. And you would wonder, like, wait, why do I attract the same person? They just look different. And it's because, like I said, there is nothing more tasty to a narcissist or to people who have a large, massive ego than a person who has power, but that person doesn't know they have power, all right? And that is a theme that you're probably struggling with today, is where you really have to own your power, because you are meant to be someone that transforms the collective. Your presence alone transforms the makeup of a room or the relationships that you are in, and I want you to own that power. I know that you've probably had a lot of traumas and a lot of things that have happened to you, but it is because those things happen to you, and it is because of that one thing that happened to you that changed your life drastically, that I know you've probably gone through or will go through. That was I like to say that traumatic experience was the moment the spider bit Peter Parker. You understand? Without that spider bite from the universe that was given to you, that moment that was so traumatic for you, you wouldn't have been able to have this ability that you have to see into the undercurrents of people and to know what people are thinking and to understand what people want and know exactly what your family needs and know exactly what the curse that is on your family is. You know, I know that when you interact with your family and even your friends, you just know the curse that is on them. You're like, you need to fix this. You need to think about, okay, who you were as a child and what happened. Not you, I'm saying this is how you're thinking when you are interacting with your family and friends, is that you know exactly what they need. It's almost like you don't even need a therapist, because you don't even know what a therapist and a psychologist went to school for. You innately have. You innately know. You already know what people need and what they're going through. And sometimes you want to tell people and just be like, look, girl, look, my dude, you going through this, and if you would just do this and act right and change this pattern and this, and then you would be able to be a little happier in your life. But sometimes you get afraid of that. And I don't want you to be afraid of that. I want you to lean into that, because you can make a lot of money from that. You could help your family, you could help your friends, and you could probably help your family line, okay? So as powerful as you are and as deep and dark as you are going to do great things in this life, and you are going to be someone that people come to for healing and motivation, and to really just transform their lives. And so I really want you to lean into that, okay? I know these Pluto placements can be very intense, but they're intense with a bow wrapped around it. They're intense with a gift at the end. And so, and if you lean into that, you will be able to reap the benefits of that gift. And with Pluto being back at home in its original sign, this could also be by transit. I want you guys to understand that this could also be by transit. If you have Pluto going through your 8th house, this could be very much a time where you are transforming and you are gaining spiritual abilities, you are gaining psychic insight, you are maybe going through battles with money and getting resources and money and gaining power in the world in your own right. Something drastic is happening in your life, but that thing that is happening drastically in your life is changing you and molding you for the better, that even if you lose, you are going to come out stronger. There's nothing bad that can come from this ultimately, okay? So I really want you guys to have a great day, lean into your gifts, and I will see y'all in the next video. I really hope that this was enlightening and encouraging for you, and I will see y'all in the next one, all right? Y'all have a great day. Bye.